EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Get set. Go, go, go. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9.
Burrow will throw. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Austin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A first down carry for Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
It's Mixon on the counter.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The Bengals had 4-9 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
from the 16. Stafford.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The throw over the middle taken in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are back within a score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Henry up the middle.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Stafford. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
fielded just outside the goal line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed.
Here we go.
Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Zero. Right, 22.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford on third down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
On first down, Stafford here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
53, ready.
Here's Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
31 yards on the punt there.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now Burrow.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. If you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
101 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On the counter, it's Henry.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it again with Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Looking to throw. Huff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And it's a fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Set.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. Move.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakonkwo, 51 yards. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again. Huff.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Huff. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Fight 60. Drill 52. Ready?
Mixing up the middle. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be caught at about the 5. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
38.
They run for it with Mixon, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays. Now a first down throw. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On the toss, here's Nwangu.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Strike. Check. Strike.
Here's the option going right. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Off play action. Huff. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tennessee, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati,